I might need it. People often talk about decluttering and downsizing as though they're the same thing, but they aren't. Decluttering, that's a day-to-day habit in your home. Downsizing, that's a major life event, and it's a difficult one. Many of us struggle when we're downsizing, but it's not because we don't know how to declutter our homes. It's because downsizing asks a whole different question. It's not, how do I make my space tidier? It's more, what kind of a me do I want to make space for as I go forward in my life? That's what I'm going to reflect on here. I might need it is a certain category of thing. It's not random junk, but it's not mementos or things you use every day. You might hear me call it the stash, but truth be known, I have several like all over the house. But this is our problem, what they do to our living space, and how we might consider downsizing them. While we explore the problem, I have a box. The specifics in my box might not apply to you, but I think you'll get the general idea. It'll let us study the problem a little bit. So what do I have in my box? 12 pillowcases. Yep, and I'm a senior solo. Never had a partner. Never had kids. A cheap t-shirt, the kind they issue in swag. 6 saucers. They go with teacups. A piece of electronics I've had for, 15, 20 years. And of course it's in a baggie because it's got to be neat and tidy. A roll of toilet paper. And some tuna. Now, do I need all of these things? Well, I used to. They're items that I made decisions about in the course of time. 25 years ago, 2015, or last week. They were decisions that belonged rightfully to those moments, and they suited who I was then. The question is, a downsizing question. Do they suit me now? Being who I am at this point in time and what I plan for going forward about my life, is that a decision I would make in this moment? I'm going to give you some specific examples from my box, but I want to be clear, I'm not talking about getting rid of things. I'm talking about the question you ask yourself about the item I might need someday. Let me start with tuna. 60 years ago when I first tried it, and in succeeding decades when it became a staple in my cooking, I used to like it. But in this moment, at this age, I don't eat it anymore. And I don't appreciate the flavor, nor do I cook with it. And as I think about it, even in an emergency, I don't think I would eat this package. That's personal clarity about me. I am a person that won't eat tuna, even in emergencies. That kind of clarity is the essence of happy downsizing. The moment you see you aren't the same as you were. How about toilet paper? I'm fairly confident that none of us would enthusiastically downsize our toilet paper supply. Why? Because we know who we are and we know what kind of world we're living in. Who are we? Well, I'm a little old lady. I appreciate a good toilet paper. And what kind of world do we live in? A world that had COVID all of a sudden. A disease that required us to take care of ourselves, especially. And it came without warning. Supplies were soon cut off. It was crucial that we had materials in the house that we didn't have to fuss about, that suited us, and that took care of our health and hygiene. Is toilet paper where I'm at? Absolutely. That's clarity about me. So how about my 6 saucers? Well, why do I have saucers in the first place? I grew up English and drinking tea out of teacups. And why 6? Well, the last time I made a decision about these, and I made various decisions over the years, I thought maybe I'd have people over to tea, and perhaps I might like 6. But here's the reality now that I've lived here for a while. 6 people won't fit. And most folks that I know, they're mug kinds of people, not teacups kinds of people. As for me, I can't even hold a teacup. My tremor is that bad. That's knowing myself. I can be quite clear on those counts. I know myself in this way too. My mother picked out this pattern. I'm not ready to let go that feel of Englishness that I grew up with. And that's such a big part of me. Yeah, it's me. So my saucers, they stay. Maybe 2 would do just as well. How about my little piece of electronics in a baggie? I got it, 15, 20 years ago. I might need it one day. I'm just not sure. Let me show you what it is. You attach it to a phone, plug your phone into it, and it has a little crank. So you can power your phone if you don't have any electricity or a spare battery. Now, might I need this? Yeah, it might be kind of useful. I might want to have it around still. However, there's one thing about it that might not work for me. It might not plug into my current phone. So this is a thing I can't really make a decision about. Maybe I need more information. That's clarity about myself. I'm undecided, and that's okay too. This definiteness about where I am, for me in my experience, that gives me a sense of freedom and feeling fresh in my space. But here's where I notice a lot of us get hung up. When we're trying to downsize, sometimes we'll want to have someone tell us what to do, give us tips, give us guidance, tell us how to sort, how to organize, how to decide. But I haven't heard that work for too many people. And it definitely doesn't work for me. For this reason, I think. No one can be telling us who we are, who we should be, who we want to be. And the key to downsizing is exactly that question. Otherwise, the trimming of the stuff is random. It's a bunch of tasks. When you figured out, it's about you. You really learn about yourself. That kind of downsizing, I think that's what people are talking about when they exclaim how liberated they feel. When they're done, all of a sudden, they enter a different universe that they haven't imagined. It's an intensely freeing feeling because in that space, you've stripped away the things that aren't you. And what you have left is a clear you. In that sentence, I might need it, I is the operative word. I might need it, and I get to decide. It's about me. I love hearing input on what I have to say, but I also feel quite strongly that many of you are willing to reach out with acknowledgement to those who are going through the downsizing process right now, or who might be on the verge of it. Write your thoughts in the comments. And as for me, that's enough for now. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll talk soon, all right? See you then.